Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name's Jade, and this is How to Have an iOS. And today we're talking all things Tonex by IK Multimedia. What is Tonex? Stick around and find out. There's so much to know. Let's go. Yo, what's going on? My name's Jade, and this is How to Open iOS. And of course, I hope you're doing okay. No, I hope you're doing okay. Hello. Wow, got a new guitar. You may have seen in the previous episode, and today we're going to talk all things Tonex. What is Tonex? We'll get into it in a moment. Thank you to the folks who are here today. There's a pinned comment up the top which has links to, of course, the Tonex software and the TONEX pedals, which we're going to cover all of today. If you've got questions, have them lined up. I'll do my best to answer them. I'm not an expert, but I do like this stuff. Frank Terzo's in the house. Hello to you. Cold Acres back again. Leela's doing this stuff. Support us with super chats and all that kind of stuff. You can join the Patreon. We've had a few new Patreons this week, or people who even upped their Patreon. So thank you for doing that. The support is most grateful. Denise. Oh, Denise. I love you, Denise. Alrighty. So what is Tonex? Let's talk about it. Firstly, I need to tell you this because it is important and it's not bullshit. It's just the stuff I need to get out of the way. Of course, these products that I am showing you today have been supplied to me by IK Multimedia. They have been sponsoring me, well, not sponsoring, but supplying me with gear to show to you for quite a few years. They do not pay me for my comments. They do not see my videos before, obviously, because this is live. So anything could happen. Right? And it probably will because it's live television and things go wrong. So expect that to happen. Jamie Lynn, hello in the chat as well. So they supply me behind. You can see a lot of gear they have supplied me with over the years, and including these pedals and the software that we're going to be talking about today. All my opinions are my own, and I am not a killer guitarist. I am really not much in the scheme of things. I just like to chug a little bit and play a little bit of music, and I'm a singer, and I've been writing music for a damn long time, but I can find my way around a guitar if I really have to. I can't solo. I'm not a diddly-do. Flanders on guitar, that's not me. But I do know my way around a neck. So I've already done a show covering the TONEX pedal. That was done last year or the year before. So there is a link to that in the description below. I've already covered the TONEX software on iOS, but we'll be going over that again because it's recently had an update. And when I did the TONEX pedal demo back in the day, well, the software was not what it is now. Now, what I won't be covering today, just so we are completely clear, hello to Fat Panda Cat who's in the chat. And that rhymed, and how about that? Boom. What I will not be covering today is the TONEX capture hardware because I don't have one. I don't have the need for one at this time. I'm sure they would offer to give me one to do a show on, but as it stands, I really only have 2 amps. I've got this little Joyo amp in the back here. It's a 60-watt acoustic. It's a PA, basically. It's amazing. It's a sick amp, but I haven't really had the need to capture it. Maybe we could do it if IK Multimedia want to send me one. We could do a show on capturing tone models. But that piece of equipment it's a little box, and basically you can capture your guitar pedals, your cabinets, your amps, all that stuff, and then you can put them on ToneNet. You can sell them. So there's a huge marketplace for this kind of stuff. Now, there's a whole lot of these pedals out there, like the quad core and all this stuff. And look, let's not dick around. They're all amazing. We live in the future with this gear. When I first started playing guitar in bands back, when the dinosaurs existed, it was a very different time. I was using a metal zone and an orange distortion pedal with a paddle pop stick over the top of them. So when you clicked them, they both went down together. And you had to lug around your gear and all that kind of stuff. These days, you can capture these tones in a tiny little box, and the technology is freaking amazing. Let's not gloss over that. The technology is just chef's kiss. Is amazing. Tremor Bear and Riverbend Sim, hello to you. So, the technology is nuts. Brad Example, good to see you as well. Paddle Pop Stick, it's true. If you don't know, there's people out there who have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. A paddle pop stick. Can I find a picture of a paddle pop stick? There's a paddle pop stick right there, right? So you would take, or a craft stick, right? So you take a couple of these and you'd tape them together and put them over the top of two pedals, and then when you clicked, you're guaranteed they're both going to click at the same time. This is the way it was, man. Rock and roll. That's how you did it. What can I say? On the cheap. You know, we didn't have what we have now, and now we have these amazing pedals. So, first off, we're going to talk about the price of the software. Let's talk about the software first because it comes in many flavors. So you don't need to own one of these pedals. All right, you don't need to own one. There is the software to do this. And let's bounce over to the IK Multimedia website. So you can get this for Mac and PC. Now, the beautiful thing about the costing of the software is if you buy this on your Mac and your PC, well, you get it on your iOS device as well too. So either way, you've got to buy a license. And I'm just scrolling straight down to the bottom here to get straight to the meat. So here are the options. Now you can download this for free straight away, the TONEX CS. And it comes with 20 included tone models, 10 amps, 5 pedals, and 20 user tone model downloads. So they have this thing built into it called ToneNet, where people can upload their tones. This is not a new thing, but you can download 20 of them for just the free, right? So for free, you're already getting a stellar deal. 20 models and 20 to grab. For nothing, you could be gigging straight away with this stuff. So there's that. It's absolutely free to grab the CS version. You've got the Tonex version, the next one up, which is $149. Why can't I see the Tonex Max price? I don't know why it's not showing for me. Maybe because I'm already logged in and I own it. That sucks, doesn't it? So I don't know the price. I should log out, shouldn't I? Oh, no, it says buy now. So I've got the Tonex Max. How much is Tonex Max? Let's do a quick search over here. Come back to my rotten face. G'day, Ed Zielinski. Tonex Max price. We can just do a Google search. The price is $299 for the Max. And the Max is no laughing matter. Like, what you get is a lot. 1,250 plus models just built into the app, and that's unlimited user tone models. So you got the whole tone net, which is literally tens of thousands of tone models you can download and just add to your collection. You can, with all of these, except for the Tonex CS, you get unlimited tone model creations, right? So when the software first came out, it was really just one piece of software, but over time they've listened to user feedback and they've actually split these up into 3 different pieces of software. Now you get the library, you get the actual Tonex for where everything is, or your modeling, and you can set everything up, and you get the capture app as well. So you get 3 apps in one. And you also get the ability to download the iOS version 2. The Tonex normal one, you get 40 amps, 20 pedals, unlimited tone model collection, 440 tone models, whereas the Tonex Max has 100 plus amps and 50 plus pedals. So there's a lot going on in there. Plus, there's a huge marketplace that has become over time of people selling their own models. Yeah, so there's a whole lot of guitar channels out there that, talk about Tonex and sell their models, so you can grab those as well too. And you can capture your own. Gary Hubbs, what's going on? What's going on, my friend? Jenny Jolove, hello to you also. So these are the prices. Now, as I said, the software is split into a few different sections. let's skip over to them. So the first one is the actual, the model, where all your models sit, and where Tonex, where the ToneNet is. You can go over here and import other people's captures in here, and this is your list of all your models and everything. You can come in and change the noise gate and compressor and modular. And when this first came out, all it had was a noise gate, a compressor, your amp, your cabinets, so all of that kind of stuff, and there was reverb. But they have included now delay and modulation, so you got flanger, chorus, all that kind of stuff. So a really big improvement. Sick to have that kind of stuff. I mean, one of the biggest complaints was, this is great, but I still need other pedals. Well, now you've got delay and modulation built in as well too. And who knows, maybe as the software evolves, we would love to get a pitch shifter in there. Wouldn't that be special? So this is your player. This is the first part of the software, and this is where you can organize everything, all of your tones. You can do this in real time as well. We're going to show you that software shortly. It works on Mac and desktop. I'll be working on the desktop today because the Mac's over in the corner. I just didn't have time to set it up. The other piece of software you get when you download is the editor. And this is where you can come in and drag your captures onto your pedal. So the editor is used for managing your pedal. And we'll be looking at two pedals today, not only the Tonex, the big model, but we'll also be unboxing this baby right here, the Tonex One. And this little thing, oh dear, oh dear, wow, oh dear. Completely different than the big Tonex pedal. This is the Tonex One. Doesn't hold anywhere near as many captures as what the main pedal does, but holy shit. If you got, now I hear people say, well, do I need both of them? Obviously you don't need both of them, but I'll tell you what, in a pinch, right? If you got the big one and you've got it all set up and rocking the house, but you've got a smaller gig or something that you don't have a lot of room, and to chuck 20 captures into this, it's a no-brainer. I mean, this is a cabinet amplifier. It's all in one thing. You just plug it straight into the PA. You won't have an amp behind you, but holy shit, you'll sound good. So we'll open this up soon. You'll need the editor that comes with the software to move things across, back and forward, your library, yes? And the other piece of software that comes with it is, when you buy the pedals, also you do get Amplitude 5, which is pretty sick. We'll cover that stuff. So you get the capture software in here as well. So they are 3 different apps to capture. Obviously, I'm not talking about the capture stuff today because I don't have one. All right. So let's move on. Let's get over to our iPad. I'm working in AUM over here today, and I've got my new guitar ready to go. So there we go. Keep our tuner in here. This is the TONEX software on iOS. Now, the one complaint I have, so the first thing is, when this first came out, I didn't feel it was ready. It just, I don't know, I had trouble with it, loading up in Logic. They've fixed a lot of the bugs. The bugs are working. There's no bugs in it at all now. One thing that is missing, we do not yet have the modulation and delay in here. So hopefully in a future update, IK Multimedia, please give us this on our iOS devices. We really need it. But it pretty much is a one-to-one version of the desktop software. Now, I've covered most of this in my initial review. You've got a noise gate over here. All the things up the top, easy to turn on and off, right? So you just flick them, they light up, you can see what's happening. If you want to get into the settings of the noise gate, there's your noise gate, your threshold and everything. They have a little edit button. You've got a compressor here, so you can do post or pre-compressor to off and on. Super easy to manage. This is where your amp is. So you've got all these amps. You can choose from your amps from here. You can turn them on and off as you like. You've got your cabinets here, all your cabinets. You can arrange them. You can choose by 6x10s, 3x10s. You can see how many there are down the side here. Really easy to manage this stuff. You've also got your reverb, so you can turn this on and off. There's your reverb controls along the top. You've got a selection of stuff like spring, room, plate, and your settings here. When you hit this, they disappear. And you've got some advanced parameters, which are basically this stuff here, but with a few more dials. So you've got your bass here, mid, treble, as you would on an amp. But up here, you've got a little bit more stuff going on with your bass frequency, mid frequency, and your treble frequencies. And you've got a mid Q as well. And you can mess around with the mix here. Also, you can reset this at any time, post or pre, completely up to you. So that's pretty much your parameters. Tone models. You'll find them all in here, and you can, scroll through them, swipe with your finger. That's what I'm doing, using my finger, as you can see, fingering my iPad, which I love to do. You should do it too. It's really good fun, and it's as easy as just tapping, and there's your captures. Easy as that. You can search via presets as well, so presets that are within your, so you've got presets or tone models, super easy to do. And if you find something, you don't even need to have a guitar plugged in. You say, I've got this 100 JMP hour. Let's click on this. So it's a Marshall 100 watt. You've got these little things here that you can drop down and pick what you'd like to hear. So I might say, give some punch and hit play. Right, so you don't even have to have the thing plugged in to choose your tone. You can just be sitting on your couch, watching YouTube, watching me here on How to App on iOS, and just have your headphones on your iPad and create your tones without even plugging in, and then setting up your captures and all that kind of stuff. And you've got different things to play, like we can hit this double here when we hit play. Right, so different styles, so they're going to match the kind of tone of what you're looking at. So we got a solo, so if we try and find like some kind of drive. And it's just like, I love the concept of being able to do that and not having the rigmarole of setting everything up and just being able to chuck in some headphones and work it out before you plug in anything. That's just great. Over here, you can organize filters, so you can set it to like just only high gain stuff. And then when you come out of here, only all your high gain stuff is going to be here for you to select. Let's pick something chuggy like a gallop. Yeah, hit play. Right, so we love that. You can come in here and filter the absolute hell out of this to what you want, so you can find exactly what you need. And you've got little stars over here at the end, and so you can favor stuff. And if you want to get to all your favorites, there's a star right up the top here, and there's all my favorites just sitting there waiting for me to go through at any time. Super easy. Now, the one thing about the iOS software is this is not a library. You can't plug in your pedal and transfer stuff across from this. This is completely separate. Who knows, one day maybe they'll include that in there, the library, and you'll be able to download the library and do that. That would be amazing, because I'm sure there's people that are going to be playing live that don't want to lug around a laptop and would rather just bring their iPad. But you can do that still, yeah? But to be able to take just your iPad and, say, your Tonex One along with you and be able to do that on the fly instead of having a laptop, that would be stellar to have that technology. But we don't have that as yet because iOS, you know what I'm saying? So pretty much that's it. ToneNet's over here as well too. So we connect over here to ToneNet. And once you get over to ToneNet, wow, it just is a smorgasbord of tones that people have uploaded. You've got to search, and the same thing over here, so you can test these all out the same way. You don't even need to plug anything in. You select the tone. Oh, something went wrong. Nice. I'll set it to start. Demos happen, don't they? Hopefully we're not going to get that, oh, something went wrong. Am I even connected to ToneNet? Am I even logged in? That's not good, is it? But normally works. Am I even connected to the internet? I don't know. I don't know why it's doing that. Let's make sure, because sometimes I'm not even connected. All right, so here's our tone. Can I download this? Is it going to let me download it? The tone model can't be... I think it's because I'm not logged in, which happens. Where do I log in from here? Because there was something I did the other day. Let me log in. Anyway, you get the idea. We'll talk about this on... I don't know why it's doing that. I don't have time to sort it out. But there's your ToneNet. That's how you can normally... Oh, let's get out of this. Come back. We're in ToneNet. ToneNet. Can I download anything? Let's... Just let me scroll. Are we loading? Yeah, are we loading? Something went wrong. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. Just load up tone. Let's do this. Tonex. Maybe I'm not even connected to the internet. I love that. So here we are. This is a standalone. So you can use this in standalone. Let me make sure I'm logged in. I might not be logged in to my account. That would help. That would really help. I'm not logged in. Sorry. Ay. Oh, I am. Now I'm logged in. Let's make sure we're logged in. We good? Hey. All right, we're logged in. Let me come back over here. Make sure we're logged in. I'm just putting in my password, guys. All right, so here we are. So we're in ToneNet now, and you can. We're loading. We're doing good today. I love live streams. You get the idea, right? We'll cover this. Maybe we're good now that I've logged in on the standalone. Let's do this. We're just going to kill that and load this up. It helps when you're logged in. It really does. ToneNet. It's finding models. It's just not letting me do anything. Now, I don't know what's going on. Maybe there's a server connection, but you get the idea. All right. Well, let's move on because it gets sad. Part of me wants part of me wants to capture the world's shittest practice amps. You know, I'm pretty sure some people have done that. I'm pretty sure they have done that. If I come over here, let's grab my guitar. Before we move on to the desktop stuff, you're going to see all this in the desktop section anyway. It's the same thing. All right, we got a guitar hooked in. We good? We got a pick. We got everything lined up. We got our ducks in a row. I would hope so. Wow. All righty. Here's some volume. I'm going to come back out here. Take this capo off. So this is my new guitar, folks, that we just took a look at on the previous show. There it is right there. Look at that demon. Oh, my God. It's so good. I'm going to come back over, get out of ToneNet, and jump into my favorites here and make sure we're good. We got a bunch of tones. So this one's actually from ToneNet. Another one from ToneNet. All these are from ToneNet, actually. Wicked. We got some clean stuff in here as well. We'll give a bit of volume over here. Add some reverb in there. Where's our reverb? Give it a mix. Sounds wicked. The tones are great. We're going to move on into the actual other software. Let me turn down that guitar. I have actually covered this app already. Gary Hubs has got a split because he's got a show coming up as well, and he's just posted the... did he do it? So he's posted the link to all the shows that are coming up here. There it is right there. So this is the Tonex AUV3. It works in all your doors, all that kind of stuff. Happy days. Let's just close this for now. Actually, we'll just save this, overwrite, and close out of this because we want to take a look at the software over on the desktop, don't we? So let me just clear a space over here on our desktop. And so here are the three apps. I've got the Tonex Modeler. So this is not what we're looking at today, but this is kind of what it looks like. If I open it up, you will get, maybe did I open it? So this is the Tonex Modeler. You'll need to have the hardware to plug into this and capture your tones. It's really intuitive software too, because it walks you through the whole process. It gives you diagrams all the way through. So as you hit skip, you kind of go, yep. And it runs through, if you set up a new capture, it runs through what you're trying to capture, amps, stomps, all this kind of stuff. It's super intuitive and goes step by step through the checklist. But as I said, we're not covering this today because I don't have a modeler, but that is one of the apps. And the other one is the editor. And this is the Tonex library, which we're just looking at on, let's hit proceed. So once you open it, the first thing you're going to get is the options to set your input and output. Okay, and we don't have this plugged in at the moment. The pedal's not plugged in, so we're just looking at the software right now. Let's make that full screen so you can all see what's going on. A little bit different looking, obviously, because it's a desktop version, but the same kind of thing. You've got your noise gate over here. Was my voice going through it? Is it okay? Oh, I know why. Let's do it. Hang on. There we go. Is that better? Are we better? Are we better now? There we go. That should be much better. So it's because I had it set up to go through my it was going through my audio, see? So you can choose your input device here. So I had the Rodecaster selected, right? Because the Rodecaster is an input going into this. So that's why that was going on. Yeah, you get preferences here. You get your account, so you want to log in. See, it says I'm not logged in to ToneNet, and I should be logged in, but I'm not. I'm a little quiet now, though. What? Well, that's weird, because it should have nothing to do with that. Am I quiet? I should be loud. Yeah, it should be set to no input, so it should have no audio, no blah, blah, blah. So it should be okay. Yeah, we good? Still volume's coming through over here, all right? So unless I have this other thing set. Let me know. All right. Or maybe it's your imagination. All right, cool. So, but this is the software. Yes, this is the software. And over here we've got, again, noise gate. There's your noise gate over here. You've got your amp. So you can choose your amp. You can hear fine, good. The cabinet, same deal. When you click on your cabinet, you can choose tone models. You can use custom IRs in here as well too. So it's not just the models. You've got custom IRs. It's very, very deep. You've got your compressor over here. Here's where your modulation is. So you can choose between a chorus, tremolo, phaser, flanger, rotary. So you've got so many options in there. Here's your digital delay. You've got digital or tape delay. Your reverb, of course, which has options like room, spring, 4 springs, a room, and a plate. So you've got plenty of options there. And here's your advanced section. Same kind of thing with your mix and your presence, depth, post, pre, and your treble and all of that stuff. It's virtually the same as the iOS version, but you've got this little section over to the side, which is just a little bit neater in my opinion. So your presets can be found by clicking the preset section, and IK has their group buy valve. I will get to that. We'll cover that at the end. So yeah, they have this thing on at the moment. If you buy a piece of software for $199, you're going to get 42 other pieces of software. I don't know how long this thing's going for, but if you buy a pedal or something, so if you buy a Tonex pedal, you're going to get like 42 pieces of software as well. It's crazy stuff. Like the option is bonkers. So this is how you can go through your presets and your tone models. You've got your favorites here. You can see I've got some favorites sitting in here. You've got your tone models, so anything that you capture would be in there. You've got your ToneNet downloads. So this, now remember, you saw on my iPad, I already had a whole lot of downloads. The iPad doesn't sync, unfortunately, to the desktop, but the desktop syncs to your pedals. So that's the bizzo. That's the deal. So you've got factory collections. So if you've got any factory collections, you've got signature collections as well. Anything that you buy, you can add new folders. You can organize all your stuff over here to the side. It's very, very intuitive. Even down here to the filters, yeah? So right through like fuzzy, drive, distortion. You can set your filters to just electric guitar stuff. You've got bass tones in here as well. So don't think it's just guitars. You've got basses, all that kind of stuff. Very easy to navigate. You've got a full screen option here by clicking. You've got search. So, I mean, you can search for anything. Gain, type in the word gain. Nothing came up there. But there's 355 results in here at the moment with this current setup. That's all my presets. You got your preset list. You can look at them in different ways. So you can, all that kind of stuff. But this is where you can make real changes. And what's super cool, now I don't know how I'm going to do this because I probably can't do it. Maybe I can if we plug in. I know how I can do it. It might still get distorted. I don't know. This is tough because the way I've got this set up is my Rodecaster going through, but yeah, can I do it? I don't know if I can do it. We'll see. But that's the software in a pinch. You've got your output. The thing to remember is when you change stuff in this, you can hit save. You can change all these options, and then you can go into your library, and whatever's saved in here is going to be in your library. Let's talk about that next. So this is the third piece of software that you get, and I don't think I covered how to install this stuff either. So when you pay for this, you need to use the product manager. So this is the IK Multi. Let me make sure I'm not going to dox myself or anything like that. Costa. But yes, when you set up when you buy anything from IK Multimedia, Dimebag Daryl, Darren, why did I say Dimebag Daryl? You're not Dimebag Daryl, he's dead. All right. All right, so here's my Tonex Max. So I own this, all right? So here's the actual software, and you need to install it from here. You can see it's installed. You authorize your computer, and that's how you get the 3 pieces of software. I'm not even showing you this, am I? There we go. So there is the Tonex, and you can, this is the IK Multimedia stuff. So here's all the stuff I kind of own, right? All the stuff I kind of own, and it's very easy to install. And also when you buy stuff, make sure you go and register it, right? So you got your warranty and stuff, because when you register your gear with IK Multimedia, you get a thing called you get these bucks you get a whole bunch of dollars, and they're worth $1. So they're these IK Multimedia buckaroonies. They're not called buckaroonies. Can I see mine? They're called jam points. Right, so you get these jam points, and when you buy something else, you can use jam points at the checkout to take some money off your product. And currently, I think I have 197 jam points, which is, it equates to $197. Now, the thing is, you can't use them all. It depends on the cost of what you're buying, right? So if you're paying for something that's like $800, I could probably use all those jam points. If I'm buying something for $200, I'd probably be able to use about 60 or 70 jam points. So you can't use the whole lot unless you're paying for something, you know, pretty expensive. That's the way they work, right? So we've covered jam points, haven't we? Yes. So back over here to the software, really easy to install, and you're off to go. Let's open the last one. This is the TONEX editor now. And the editor, when I load this up, you're not going to see anything because it needs a pedal connected. That is what it needs. It has to have a pedal connected, which you do through your USB to your computer. Hopefully we can sort out a way for me to connect it and my mic not get distorted and fucked up. I didn't think about that, but we should be able to manage it. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. But this is where you'll organize all your stuff. So we'll leave this open in the background and let's talk pedals. So as I said, I've already covered the TONEX pedal, which is the main beast. Let me move this back, close my iPad for a second, and give you an overhead view of the pedal. I'm just going to unplug the leads at the moment so I can fit it on the desk. It's a little bit awkward, but overhead camera, please. There we go. So this is the TONEX pedal, the official TONEX pedal that first came out. As you can see, I mean, this holds all of these captured. It captures. It is just unbelievable that a piece of hardware this small can carry all of this stuff. It's ridiculous how amazing. It blows my mind still. So this is the pedal. I have done a full show on this already. Pretty easy to, obviously you've got your stomps, which you can flick through. So you've got 3 sounds per bank. Click the 2 on the end to go up a bank, 2 down here to go down a bank, and there's your deal, right? In the latest update, all your sounds have a number in front of them, which is the number of the bank. You'll see now 2. So if you want to get through these sounds a lot easier, you have a dial over here that you can just run all the way through. And you can see it moves from left to right as you go through and back and changes number. Really easy to maneuver. We'll go back to the start. We'll grab the 5051. You've got options. So these buttons here are all click downs. So you can actually press down on them to get other menus up. If you want to get to your tuner, you can just hold down, and now we're in tuner mode and you're ready to tune. Click off and you back out. Just remember, when you want to get into the tuner, you want to do it on whatever tone you're on. So if I'm on this pedal at the moment, you want to hold down on that and you'll get to the tuner. If I don't do it, if I hold down here, nothing's going to happen, right? Just so you know, it's just going to end up moving to the next slot. To get through options, hold down on this top one and you get to go through things like global presets, global settings. In global settings, you've got things like overall volume, external controls, MIDIs, tuner, general stuff, which takes you to naming and switches and cabs, user mode. So I've covered all this in the original show. It's not really hard to do any of this. If you want to save anything, hold and it's going to save, or just click and it will bring you back a level. All the way back here, this is your save and your kind of back as well as your preset button. Parameters. Here, click on this. You can go through models, gating, compression, EQ, modulation, delay, reverb. Again, once you've selected one, click on it. You've got power for reverb if you have it on or not. room, plate, decide what you want, go back. So it's very intuitive to go through all these. Reverb, so there's all your effects. And you'll notice here, you probably can't see it if I bring it up to the camera a bit, there's a little light, so you've got amp here and your cab. This lets you know that you've got an amp and cab connected. You can turn those off. Remember, if you're doing a gig and you're playing through gear and you just want to use the pedals in this, you're going to want to turn off the cab, yeah? You know what I'm saying? That's just common stuff. But up here, there's a light that says alternative, and that can be accessed by holding down this button. See how it disappeared and now it's come back? And that just changes the these dials. So when alternative is off, you have power. You have got the gain, you've got your bass, mid, treble, and your overall volume. When the alt light is lit up, you have reverb controls, compressor, noise gate, presence, and depth. That's what she said. Super simple stuff. That's pretty much it. Stuff on the back. You've got stereo outs, right? Your left one would be your mono. You've got an input. You've got headphones, a MIDI in and out. You've got an external controller and your USB, which is the old printer cable type. Yeah, because this thing came out a little while ago. It's been around a while. And there's other variations of the pedal. That's that in a nutshell, yeah? Let's talk about this, and then we'll look at the prices of these things. This is the Tonex One. A completely different beast. We'll open it up and see what's inside, shall we? Let's do an overhead for you. So this is what you're going to get for 199 bucks. I think that's the price. Now, you're going to get the pedal. You're going to get a USB lead, USB-C. There it is in there. USB-A to C. Chuck that over there. Happy days. Chuck the box over here. Look at the state of that. What is happening? Why is it so small? A fair bit different than the actual Tonex, which holds a lot more sounds. This can only hold 20 captures, and you can only click through 2 of them at once. But you do have some options. I'm going to need to plug this in to get some action happening. I do have a power supply over here, I do believe. Boom. Hey, we're powered. So, a little bit different. You can see when I click on this, the lights change up the top. That represents the 2 tones that I have built into this. That's pretty much it. Super easy to click through. There are your 2 tones. You've got these dials up here, and they consist of your bass. So this one would be bass. You've got your mid and your treble. Those are the 3 ones right there. Super simple. Nothing too hard. If I want to change those, I can click and, am I doing that right? What is that noise that is coming through? I've already forgotten how to use this. There we go. So you can click through and you will be able to use the gate and the, let's see, let's go in here and we got to hold down, do we? Boom. You got to hold down for a bit. See that? See how these colors change now? Now, because I've gone into this mode and this one is off here, this now gives you the, it changes everything to the, God, I can't remember what everything is. Yeah. Too much information today, man. Too much information. I know this is turning off the cab. So you see the light changes? When we've got this to green, that means our cab is on. When we turn this all the way, that means our cab is off. So if you're using this live and you're going into your amp, then you're going to want to turn that off, turn it back to green. I can't even remember what this one does. I can't off of me. My brain's gone. I do know that this is your trim kind of thing. So this is your input. And when you're playing into it, this will light up to tell you that it's too loud. I don't have anything plugged into it. We will plug this stuff in. To get out of this, you just got to click the button to get back. To get into your tuner, you've just got to hold down the actual foot switch, and now we're in tuner mode. If I was plugged in, I would be able to play. Let's plug in. Is this the one that's connected? I think that's it. No, of course it's not. It's this one here. Hey! I'm really rocking it today. Alrighty. We're going to plug this guitar in. And you can see straight away that light is lighting up. Super easy to understand. So if I play, if I can get this plugged in, we good? Everything good? We're all good to go. So play an E. And once it's in the middle, it's good to go. Now you can do a pass through with this as well too. You can actually set a pass through. So, and that can be done by pressing this little button here. So currently it's not set to pass through, but you can click that now and then you will be able to hear it. I don't have it plugged in. Can I plug it in? Let's do that. Let's plug this in over here. Man, live streaming is super fun, isn't it? Let's turn that down so you don't blow your ears out. Now, also, just to let you know, the output of this pedal can be, you can use a TRS with this, so you get stereo output because it's only one, but if you use a TRS, you can get full stereo output. So we've got pass-through happening now. I click that, and it's still on tuner mode, but we're passing through this. Now, you don't need to use a power supply. This thing can just plug in USB. The one thing to remember with all these pedals, both of these pedals, is they are actually audio interfaces as well. So that's the deal. They are audio. You can use them straight up as an audio interface. So remember that too. To get out of tuner mode, oh, my iPad's off. Let's come back overhead. To get out of tuner mode, just click. Right, what's in this other one? Sick. The one thing that is important to remember, this is not something that you can come into and let's just turn that down for a second. This is not something you can use and manipulate the tones. You're going to want to manipulate them in the software first. This is a gig ready pedal, right? So you need to have everything organized, your noise gates, all the effects that you want, your chorus and everything, it all needs to be done because you can't come in and change this on the fly. You have the option of course, reverb and changing your reverb and your compressor and all that kind of stuff. But apart from that, that is basically it. Are you reminding me of what I need to do? Push the main button and the aux button at the same time. Yes. So when I do that, when I push the, I just can't remember what everything is. I'm just having I'm having one of those days, man. One of those days. Push the, once you do, the main button will cycle through presets. Oh yes. So let me get overhead. That is right. Thanks. So when you click, you can go through your preset. Oh, why is that not doing that? There. So the way it works too, there's two modes. There's a stomp mode, and that's what I was trying to remember. There's a stomp mode, and there's your pedal mode. So you can click through your two sounds, or there's another mode where you can just turn on and off. But in this section here, now that I've done this, we're just in the two modes, clicking these together. brings us into this. So we can actually go through our 20 tones in here, right? But it depends, when you click these, let's come out, it depends what tone you're on, which actual one you're on. So you've virtually got 3 of these, essentially. So I'm on this first one, and let's do it. So this will be the button that runs through my tones. And let me show you, we'll grab the guitar again. But again, I do stress, you will need to have all this pre-organized. So now I can turn this and go through and choose what tone I want to bounce between. Right? And then once you're good, just click it. And that's it. And you can click through your, and you can do all of that. So the other mode, we're still here. The other mode, I think it was by doing, right. So you can also lock this down. This is really handy for playing live. Now you noticed before, let's just go here. Right, so we're back here between our 2 tones that we can decide here. You notice when I said to hold down the, well, it was 2 of them, wasn't it? Hold down one, no, yeah. See how that flashes, right? And then I let go. What this does is it actually locks everything in place. So our volume, I can't bump this volume now. Whatever this is set at, it's set. Any of these that I turn now for the treble or reverb, these are locked in. Until I do that again, and now we're back. So now I can turn these knobs again, and they're back to be able to be used. But if I hold these down, if I hold this down, let it flash, it's about 6 seconds, I do believe. This takes us into this section I was looking at before. And this here, this knob, I've remembered what this does now. So when it's sitting at this color, we are in the stomp mode. We're able to bounce back and forward between the 2 tones that you have selected. But when I turn this and it changes color, now when I jump out of this, picking my tone will be able to disable, right? So we're not now bouncing between 2 tones. We're just turning it off. Yeah? Lovely jubbly. So 2 very different kind of pedals. Let's just jump back in here, and I'm going to turn that back to 6 seconds again. Sweet. We're good. I can turn this back. And again, this is going to control your input of your guitar. So while we're in this mode again, if I play, see how we're not getting a red light here? If I turn this all the way up and it goes red, you're getting an indication. That's too hot. Pull it back, pull it back. Good stuff. Now we can get back out. Of course, you've got your volume. And you've got gain in here too when you are in the opposite mode. So when you're in the reverb section as well. You've got a compressor. You can go control your reverb, all that stuff. Right, so we're not doing a full walkthrough as such, but hopefully you understand kind of sort of how this works. But they are 2 very different pedals, right? The other one's much bigger, can hold a lot more sounds, And you can customize everything from within the pedal, and you can save your changes in the pedal as well. So when you plug it into your software, all those changes will be remembered, vice versa when you're working in the software. Makes sense? Hope so. One thing I want to talk about this and the TONEX pedal in relation to plugging in extra pedals. Let's talk about it, because the elephant in the room, this little thing here is called the, here is the box. I grabbed this off Temu. This is the Chocolate Plus by MVave, and it's, look, it's a little beauty. 35 bucks. Ridiculous. 35 bucks. And there you go. So it's 4 switches, Bluetooth. And you can pretty much use it for anything. But here's the problem. Can't use it with the TONEX. Can't use it with the TONEX One, sorry. You can use it with the TONEX Pedal, and I can show you that. We have our TONEX Pedal here. I'm just going to do a little fancy thing. Let's do it. So I'm going to power this sucker. This is now powered. Let's just move the, that's now powered. We have the TONEX over here. And if I've got a cable, I should have a cable. Why do I not have a cable here? I've got one over here. Give me a sec. Where are you? There you are. And it's very easy to set up, right? So we've got our cable, printer cable, your standard printer cable. And I'm going to plug that into the back of the TONEX. And I'm going to now plug this into this MVave controller. Now, the thing is with this MVave controller, it needs to be powered. You need to have it powered for this to work. And once we are all good, we want to turn this to host. And look at that. So you can see me clicking these. I'm able to change the tones on here. And the interesting thing is this has 4 switches on it. And I know you're saying there's only 3 here. Well, it actually gives you 4. And the way it works is, with 3 of these is a bank, right? So they're on bank 0 at the moment. So there's 0 and the 3 out of the 0. Now, once I go to the 4th one, we're now at the first patch of bank 1. Interesting. You can go up and down as well with this, and you can go down with double clicks. But this MVave can be totally customized to do whatever you want. You can actually set up virtually anything that this does. You can set this up to do multi-clicks, like long presses and all this kind of stuff. So if you've got a TONEX pedal, grab one of these, right? Now, it doesn't really work at all with the TONEX One. You do need an extra piece of kit. There's a whole bunch of them out there. It's kind of like a Bluetooth intermediate that you can run to work. It just doesn't have the MIDI capabilities that this thing has, yeah? So that's a thing, but don't worry, because a company has... we've got some stuff coming, and we're going to do a show on some really cool devices that work well with these TONEX kit. But look how easy that is to set up and be able to flick through and just have this little foot switch. Works really good with this. So there's that, just a little side quest we went on there. We can unplug this sucker. Let's jump over, lastly, because I don't want to drag this out too long. And we'll jump in and show you the organization of these pedals. Now, the thing is with the TONEX One, I haven't updated the firmware yet. So we're going to do that live. We're going to update the bloody firmware. Let's do that. And you will need, so the TONEX One comes with a USB-C slot. It's hard to see there. So it's just in there, and the power. So remember with this. Oh, also, I need to tell you, when you buy these pedals, let's do the thing. Let's bounce over here before we jump in and show you how to. Here's all the, now, since I got all these, there's a lot of different models of TONEX. Colors, Sean Chandler, did I see you in there? Good to see you, Sean. I feel like I've been talking my absolute tits off today. Unbelievable. So there's a lot of models. Here's the original Tonex, $429 you're looking at for the original. It's an investment. Now, I know you're going, $429, that's a fair bit of money. In Australia, that equates to nearly $800. So you're lucky. They've got a white one, anniversary one, so it's sold out at the moment. You can actually buy a combo and get the Tonex One and the Tonex Pedal. This is the Tonex Capture if you're wanting to capture your own devices at $249. They're even, look at this, they're even selling these in combos. And I know some people are going like, why would I need a combination of these? Absolutely. There's some really great use. I've seen some fantastic videos of people using these in combinations with their pedal boards and just doing some amazing stuff. But you can, and you'll save some money buying a two Tonex pedal. You got the two Tonex ones if you want to get them. And you've got multiple colors here. So the original Tonex one is $199. You want to get something in color, then you're going to have to pay a little bit more. Colors look great. There's a Joe Satriani edition. We got the yellow limited edition, the brown sound red limited edition. We got this white edition. There's even now these are both new, the Tonex One bass edition, and you've got the Tonex pedal, the full Tonex pedal bass edition. Look at these things. Damn. This technology is just wild. It really is very, very impressive. So with these pedals, just to break down the software that you get as well too, because I want to try and cover as much as I possibly can in this show, you will get a different version of the software. So you'll get a version called SE. It includes the SE Tonex, and you get a whole lot more tones than you would get with the CS version. I think you get something like 200 tones. This is for the Tonex One. I can confirm probably if it says the software at the bottom, does it? I hope so. Yes. So here's what you get. Where are we? Effects, software. You get the Tonex SE and you get Amplitude 5 SE. With the Tonex pedal, you get the Tonex Max. You get everything with it. So you get the full software. With the full pedal, the 9-volt charger, the 9-volt power supply is included. With the one, it is not included, but you can power it via USB-C. On the other hand, you can't really, this thing takes a fair bit of power, the full pedal. Yeah, 250 tone models you'll get with the SE, and you get over 1,250 with the full pedal. There are the prices. That's the Bizzo. 50 banks, 3 presets per bank, right? 150 presets with the big one, 20 with the smaller one. Yeah, awesome. Shall we plug it in and hopefully not screw up my vocal audio? Shall we? And just run through quickly the software. I'm going to do it with the Tonex One. It's pretty much the same deal. We're just going to be looking at the library, so that should be okay. Make sure I got my right lead. Oh, there it is. It's this one up here. So yes, I'm plugging this into my laptop right now. So we're using the USB-C into the bottom. In you go. And I'm just going to plug this into my computer. Give me a sec as I'll jump across. Get that in there. Yeah, there we go. All right. Now, because I haven't updated this, it's probably going to say straight away, you need to update this, update the firmware. So we'll do that live just so you see. Always, when you buy one of these pedals, as I said earlier, go and register it. Get your jam points. Make sure you've got your warranty. It's important, absolutely important to have your warranty. Here is the editor. When I plug this in, straight away it lets me know firmware update needed. So this is on version 1.01 and there is a 1.3.5. So yes, update the firmware. It's going to take a few seconds to do this. With the updates too, I'm pretty sure there's a whole bunch of extra tones that were added. And so yeah, they've added a whole bunch of stuff. They are continuously adding extra things to these pedals, which is great because they are extremely popular. And look, I know there's going to be people who are going to argue, oh, the quad core is better than this and that. Hey, I always say, whatever works for you. Seriously, there's no point arguing over this shit. There's enough arguing going on in the world over serious shit, right? Real serious shit. Like people soon aren't going to be able to eat. It's not worth arguing about this shit, you know? All right, here is our editor. So we are in the editor suite, and you'll see you've got two sections. You've got your librarian and your editor, and here you can come in and take a look at these sounds in here, and you can edit all of these. You can change the noise gate, add some modulation if you want over here. Yes, let's put some modulation, put a bit of delay on this. What are we on? We're just on this superverb. We can come in and change all this stuff. We can reset the chain. We can reset the BPM for the delay tempo and all this kind of stuff. All these options, this tells you exactly, these are your modes. You can drag these around too. So if you don't want this as pedal number 8, you can move them around. You can swap them. You can override them. You've got a whole lot of control in here. It's basically, you know, all your options to just mess around with all of these. And then when you're ready and you want to like take this superverb, you come over to your library. This is just how easy it is. And you just grab whatever preset that you've got here and say, you know what? I want to overwrite this one right here. I want to overwrite it with this nature clean. And you just do it. You just do it. Override it. And you're done. That's how easy it is to use this freaking software. I could sit here and go, you can actually do it from ToneNet. So you can come straight into ToneNet, download a tone within here, and then you can say, all right, here's this tone from ToneNet. I'm loading the model. And this works exactly the same with the TONEX Pedal as well too. And here it is. Here's this model. Do I want to just, oh, look at that. Let's just put it over here. Let's just drag it straight from ToneNet, straight onto the pedal. Download, overwrite, done. That's an acoustic guitar tone. Probably not ideal, but remember, there are acoustic guitar tones in this software. There's bass tones. People are uploading, you know, bass amps and all this kind of stuff. You can just choose from tone models over here, from presets, all of this stuff. And you can rearrange all of your 20 tones that are in your Tonex One as you want. You can move them around. I want to move it up there. You can swap. It's just that easy. It's ridiculous. We live in the absolute future. And you can see which ones are in dual mode, what's in stomp mode, right? So you remember before I said you can have two pedals. You could swap these around. So I might want this acoustic guitar, bring this over here, swap it out, and now we've got the nature clean sound as our stomp mode, and this for our two pedals clicking back and forward. Yeah, it's just that easy. You want to jump out of this software, quit. We can jump out and go straight into the Tonex software. Let's load that up, and we've got no audio device. Hopefully everything's still cool. And you can get into this and mess around and get right into the minutia of everything, all your tones in this library, right? So this is your library where you can download, mess about with stuff, and then once you're back in the other software, you can bounce everything. So it's split into two pieces of software. I much prefer this. I found the original software clunky as all hell. It was a mess, and I got lost all the time. But having these split up into two different pieces of software, it just makes so much more sense. So good job, IK Multimedia. This is where you'll find all your stuff that you favored and all of that. Super simple. I don't think there's much more I need to tell you. These things are just wicked. The sounds are amazing. Shall we close just by going through the Tonex pedal and just skipping through some sounds? I think we probably should. So give me a second while I do the things. I'm going to need this as an output. All right, so we're doing an output. We'll put my brand new guitar lead in here. And to think, man, back in the day, you'd have to lug around gear and amps and all this shite to do this stuff. Not anymore. Not anymore. So I'm just going to go through the pedal straight into AUM. Okay, I think we're good. Let's bounce over here. So I'm just going straight through into the TONEX pedal. Make sure we got volume, which we don't. We want to go through there. We want to make sure everything's connected. I'm running through number 2. There we go. And I'll give you an overhead view because clicking through these, again, wicked. I'm just going to go through turning the knob. That's it. She said. Oh my Lord. Now, I reset this pedal today for the show. I might just do this. I'll face a different angle to close out the show today. Hey, what's going on? Hello, hello, hello. So we'll bring this little stool over here. So I've got my pedal in front of me. So I did reset this, so it's all back to the factory just for today's show. I did make a backup because you can do that, right? We've got a Fender Twin. Yeah. Easy to also come in and hit your alt, add some reverb if I want to do that. Now, if you make any changes to this thing, all you got to do is hit save. So if I want to change the noise gate up here, get a noise gate going, and I hold down save, it will save that for the next time that I load up the patch. Good Lord. See again, there's I just touched my noise gate. So we've got that set. Now I can save it. So next time I come back to this orange tone, we're going to have that noise gate activated straight away. Wicked. And it's just so easy to flick through our tones. Dual rectifier. What do we got? Again, you can... There we go. Give it a little bit less. So it's just pretty damn sweet. The whole lot of Tonex stuff is wild. We've gone 16 minutes over the time that I wanted to go today, but hopefully you've got a good understanding of the entire kind of library of Tonex stuff. It's pretty damn neat. Links are all in the description for all of this stuff if you want to get involved and grab some Tonex. What's going on with my hair? I look like the singer from Counting Crows. Round here, always stand up straight. Oh, all right. So that is all the Tonex stuff. All the links are down below. I want to thank my dear friends at IK Multimedia who have, as I said in the beginning, continued to send me fantastic gear. Like you can see all down here, I've covered so much of their gear, including these Tonex pedals. And there is more to come because the brand new Arc on-ear system for headphones is in the mail and on the way to me. I'll be covering that possibly next week. Oh yeah, very, very interesting piece of kit. Let's turn down that. So hopefully you've got a bit of understanding into the ecosystem of this and maybe consider grabbing one of these. You can't go wrong. You really can't go wrong. We, again, I'll just finish by saying we are blessed to have this kind of stuff these days. It's just mind-blowing. When I was a kid, you know, playing guitar and with my shitty amp and going around to gigs, I never dreamed that you could possibly do a gig with something this big. It's just stupid. It's idiotic. It's madness. Hello, Chris. The guitar is sweet as... I'm trying not to swear on these shows today. Alrighty, what do we got up next? Mr. Smith, I'm going to dump you over there. We got some fun stuff coming up. We're going to be talking about gear on the rant this week, I think. I've done a show on the rant called All the Gear and No Idea. Well, I think this time we're going to do a All the Gear and Some Ideas. And you'll have to come in and watch the rant this week to find out more about that, because you can sit here until the cows come home and tell people, hey, you don't need all this gear. Listen, you do not need gear. But it's okay to want gear. Let's be clear. It's okay to want gear and want things. Don't let people tell you, oh, you've got too much stuff, right? But you don't need it unless you want it, right? There's a difference. There is a difference. Nobody, we need food, okay? We need water. We need a roof over our head. And, you should want that. But it's okay to want gear. Don't let people... But I look at gear as not only something to buy and have fun with and enjoy, but hopefully get something else from it. Like... I'll talk about it on the rant. And also tomorrow, hopefully you can come and join us here for the Creative Hour, which we do every week after Thomas Christ Live and before Pete Johns has a premiere because he's gone away. But this week on the Creative Hour, last week, I tried to take my song Me and My Brain and feed it into Suno, into AI, and see what it could do. And it totally ruined my song. This week, I'm going to do my song with my new guitar and see how much better I can make my song over something stupid like Suno. So hopefully you can come and join us for that. We've got lots of great app reviews coming up this week, a whole cavalcade of stuff. And today, Mr. Smith up next doing some drums. Then we got Sunshine Archer and Mr. Archer. They'll be together doing the weekend warm-up, followed by Laurie's Mishmosh. I'll join you there on Laurie's Mishmosh. She's doing a thrash show. And then you got Gary Hubs wrapping things up with some metal and Leela up the tail end where she loves to be, sweeping up behind with the chill. And so lots of entertainment coming up, my friends. There's the link if you want to see the list. There it is. See all the great stuff that's coming up. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. If you're watching on the replay, thank you also. And again, one more time, thank you to IK Multimedia. Chef's kiss, you make great stuff. And I'm ever so thankful for your support. All opinions, mine. This is live. They haven't got to see this until afterwards. Alrighty, let's get out of here. Do the things that make you happy, folks. Mistakes make you better. All the stuff. Just be kind. Don't be a cunt. See, I did it. Just don't be an asshole. All right, let's Oge. Bye.